in a lot of the tech assignments, you're going to need to download a copy of a Microsoft Excel file. But the way have things set up quite often is that we've got a lot of different tabs in each unit, and I don't need to see all of this if you're handing in the assignment for section, say, 1.9. So how do we work around that? It's a good question. I'd like you to pick up the answer on that. You're going to start by going over to the tab that you want to work with or export and right-click that. You're going to move up here and select Copy To, and in this case it's Copy to New Spreadsheet. Now take a look at the bottom. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tabs. Let's copy this to a new spreadsheet, and it's going to ask, do you want to open up? Sure, I absolutely need to open up and work with it. So we get something like this, and it's here that you can export things. But before we export things, I want to show you one thing, and that is what I see when you hand this stuff in. So you're really conscientious and you export it. You're going to hit download to Microsoft Excel. But before we do that, let's go over to print. And when you hit print, this is how it breaks things up. That's because it's trying to print this on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and you know what? It's just not wide enough. So when I read your stuff, those files, this blue column gets split up over a couple pages. So I read number 1, copy columns A, B, E, and then I got to go down to the next part and read and see and paste this data into, and then I go back here. It's awful. Now, part of the problem, let me click cancel here. You can see is that we've got a very wide looking spreadsheet here. One way to kind of work around part of that, if you wanted to, you could kind of move things over a little bit, or maybe delete a column or something like that. But let's go back to the print menu. When you click print, instead of exporting things with portrait orientation, let's do a landscape. And that's going to change things around a little bit. So now that I do landscape, my paper isn't as tall, but it's wider. And it makes it a little bit easier for me to read the stuff that's there and the stuff that I need to see. So let's cancel that. Let's actually get around to exporting then. So if I click the file menu one more time, I'm going to export this. I want to download a Microsoft Excel file. So underneath File, go down to Download, Export Microsoft Excel. It's going to export to your Downloads folder. You can either look at it there or open it up. And from here, you can save it. We probably want to clean this up a little bit. I'm not going to want to see this. So let me click Enable Editing, and then over to here. Now I can see and read that. I got to make this one a little bit bigger as well because I'm getting that error message. You can clean it up further if you really want. You can highlight these columns and then say, you know what, let's center all this. That looks nice. None of this is necessarily actually absolutely necessary, although I do want to see these numbers clearly. So do take a little time with the stuff you're handing in. You can make this a little bigger so I can see the full name, whatever you want. But when you're ready, click Save As, and then I can make this section 1.9 tech assignment. And I'm going to save that someplace where I can remember where it is. So it would make sense to save it with all my section 11.25 stuff so I can find it again. Then upload it to the Assignments tab, and you should be golden. Thanks so much.